Oh look, I'm streaming. Good morning, folks. Or morning for me. Got coffee, not wearing pants. But I did get an email from SerLagsAlot that there is another game. And so I'm going to load up this replay, and we are going to get into a cast first thing in the morning, which I'm really excited about. Well, not quite first thing in the morning. I did make coffee, watch Game 5 of Jaedong versus Patience. This is Jaedong versus Patience at IAM Cologne quarterfinals. Phenomenal game, super fun to watch. Got me super pumped up to play some StarCraft. And then I found this replay. So now we're going to get into this, get this casted with my morning hair and my shirt that I wore last night. It's going to be pretty great. So cheers to good coffee. I'm telling you, man, having a Kalita in my room has changed my life. So anyway, as this game is just finishing loading up, I'm just going to really quickly throw this out there. This is game 5. This is game 5 that I've cast of this series between my team, Guns N' Roaches, and Team Rival Gaming. It is a preseason scrimmage. And this game 5, the score is currently GnR 3, TrG 1. So it's loaded up. We're going to get right on into it now. I'm going to close the replay timeline. Alright, so spawning up in the top of the map at the 12 o'clock position as the green Zerg, it is SerLagsAlot. And his opponent spawning at the 6 o'clock position, bottom of the map, from Team Rival Gaming, it is Hazelnut. So I do love Hazelnut. I don't know the guy. I don't know the player. I just like things that are hazelnut flavored. Hazelnut. I swear to God, Nutella better give me some money for that. But anywho, we're getting into some ZVZ here on Polar Night. Polar Night is an interesting map. This, I don't want to say hidden, because it's not hidden, but this rather safe third base back here makes it interesting. Always fun to do mutaplay on here. I love I can't say I've done ZVZ mutaplay on this map, but I really like, especially ZVT on Polar Night. I go mutas and it just works. It's just good play. So we got Overlord Scouts going out and pretty average things. No pool yet, so both these players probably going for 15 pool or 15 hatch before pool. Okay, we do have the pool just starting for Hazelnut, while we have the expansion going down for SerLagsAlot. So that's going to be interesting. We have a pool on one side and a hatch on the other side. So LagsAlot is going to be totally fine with this, as long as he, as long as he gets some kind of spine right here, or has lings out before his opponent can get there, he'll be fine. I mean, a pool before hatch against a hatch before pool is actually much better for the person who leads hatch, as long as they can hold off that early aggression with an effective spine crawler. Now the spawning pool does go down on the green Zerg side. We finally have that happening as the extractor is just finishing up. Going to saturate that in just a minute. Meanwhile, on his opponent's side, his expansion is going down, but his expansion is maybe a third of the way there, while this one is almost 2/3 of the way there, so that's a pretty hefty economic advantage for LagsAlot. Again, as long as he can hold off any early aggression from his opponent. We have an extractor finally going down over on the pink Zerg side. He's going to be able to saturate that pretty soon, do what he's doing. We have a message from Robo Boogie saying, hey, Keegan. Hey, Robo Boogie. Alright, so up here on SerLagsAlot side, just finishing up his spawning pool. Going to see another Overlord coming down with the drone coming down. That's probably the 26 drone. Yeah, that's the 26 Ovi. So, pretty average play again from both of these players as the hatchery finishes up over here. And this hatchery is about 3/4 of the way done, maybe a little more. Queen is moving down to her post. Another queen is popping out over here. And the first Zerglings finally come out of the game from the pink Zerg. And those lings, what are they going to do? Are they going to hang out? They're just going to hang out. Alright, that's fine. So those lings hanging out. So, casting, but we'll definitely play after. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit of saturation here. I'm pretty sure I just saw some lings come out. Yep, 2 lings come out over on this side. And so that puts LagsAlot in a perfectly fine place. So now here's the thing. For Hazelnut, going pool first could have been a super good idea. But he needed to go pool first, pump some lings, and get out there. Those lings then could have forced a cancel on LagsAlot base, and that would have been great for him. But because Hazelnut led with pool first and then didn't put on any aggression, he's now at a significant economic advantage. As we look at the income tab over here, it's 860 to 740 approximately, which is a huge differential between these two players, and something that could have been avoided had Hazelnut either gone hatch first or gone with the kind of aggression that he needed to go with. And so, life pro tip for the day, kiddies. If you choose to go pool first. Oh, I'm in the wrong overlay. Oh shit, I'm going to switch overlays. Yeah, that's much nicer. If you choose to go pool first, you should be aggressive. Because otherwise, you're at an economic disadvantage and you look like a chump. Anyway, see how fast this inject happens. Pro status inject timings. Yeah, look at that. Alright, nice. Pretty solid. Excuse me. So really right now we've got a pretty significant advantage to GnR, because if we look at this, you see the vision for Hazelnut and you see the vision for SerLagsAlot, and that's a huge differential. I mean, the Overlord spread is better, holding this Elnaga Towers is better. There's really an advantage here. We do have lings moving across the map now. They're probably going to be a little bit aggressive. I thought Control-Shift-F was to follow around the map. What? Is everything I know a lie? Alright, that's fine. I thought Control-Shift-F was to, like, follow a unit across the map. I was all ready to follow the unit, and it was going to be great. Anyway, we have Banelings going down over here. Roach Warren just finishing up over on the opponent's side. Well, we don't have a Roach Warren. No, we have Lair Tech coming up. So we have Lair Tech coming from the green player, while the pink player is putting a little aggression on there. Oh, all those lings going down from a single Baneling hit. Going to give LagsAlot quite a significant army supply lead as we look at a 10-4 in the army supply. Wait. Oh, and suddenly it's 22-10. No big deal. The first queen for creep spread moving out right here. A good wall happening over here, which I can't say I've seen walls much in ZVZ, but I dig it. Yeah, I'm picking up what he's throwing down over there. I am definitely feeling it. Hazelnut getting a bit of an advantage here, as SerLagsAlot does leave himself supply blocked, but he has 4 Overlords about to pop, and he does have Missile Part 1 on the way. He does have Glial Reconstruction on the way, so a little behind on upgrades and roaches, but he's working on it. He's doing what he can. Roach Warren is finished up for SerLagsAlot as he is finishing the Glial Reconstruction or Roach Speed upgrade. We do have an Overseer here for it's an interesting choice. So Overseer for Hazelnut, that's fine. I wouldn't spend 50-50 on that this early, but you know what? We make choices, and he made one. So pretty much right now, very defensive game going from LagsAlot, but as these roaches get across the map, they're going to get a lot of damage from these spine crawlers. Those lings should not have engaged that as hard as they did, and now these Zerglings are going to be able to come around. They're going to get a pretty good in. Oh, and they hit in. The Banelings do get some hits, but not enough to avoid this scouting. These guys are going to be able to go around here. They're going to be able to take quite a bit out of the mineral line, but a good surround by LagsAlot, sending Zerglings around this side rather than just pushing into the fight. That was a really good split. That was a really good surround, and he's able to hold off that aggression pretty effectively, leaving the supply just about tied. So good spine crawler placement here. A bad engage for LagsAlot, but a good recovery from a bad engage. So all things considered, he's not in too terrible of a place. We do see the Spire going down for LagsAlot, so we're going to see a transition into meta play, which anybody who knows me knows is my favorite kind of play. I love metas. They're just fun. I just love them with all my heart. Anyway, these lings going around here, going to scout out that this third base is going down. Going to be able to force a cancel on that more than likely because these roaches have not started moving yet. Now the roaches start coming out. But if he's thinking he can kill these lings before this goes down, I think he's going to be sadly mistaken. Oh, no, he can. Okay, there were more roaches than I expected. He does not force the cancel, but he does do quite a bit of damage as his third is going to be able to get up first. Meanwhile, these roaches over here are on 0-1, and these roaches over here are also on 0-1, which means we have a pretty even army thing going. What the hell? What is the army tab? I don't remember right now. Units, duh, it's units. Okay, so the unit tab shows us that we have 24 roaches on the pink side to 17 roaches on the green side, putting pink at a bit of an advantage, but the overall army supply does go to SerLagsAlot. Going to be interesting to see what happens over on that side. Meanwhile, down here we got a little bit of movement from the roaches, just moving as a pack. He's going to catch it with that Zergling. They're on the move command, though, so that Zergling's actually going to do some damage first. I mean, not kill anything, but do some damage. As these roaches decide to retreat back to their nice safe spine crawler home, and we do have the 2-2 upgrades going down over here, while Carapace 1 is finishing over here. And here is where the double Evo chamber really pays off. Now, Hydralisks are coming out from the pink player, and Hydras against Mutas is going to be really dependent on who micros better. Oh, we got a little action over here. I'm going to look at that before I talk about builds. And the action's over. So anyway, over here we see one Evo chamber from the pink player. Well, we got 2 Evo chambers over here on LagsAlot. Now, obviously, building a second Evo chamber and getting upgrades faster is going to mean you have less forces early. But since LagsAlot was able to hold off all of that aggression from his opponent, he now is sitting at what's about to be a 2-2 upgrade, while his opponent is just finished up his 1-1 upgrades, which puts these roaches at a huge advantage. And since the unit tab shows more roaches for LagsAlot, this is very much in his favor, as he does catch this army out over here. LagsAlot deciding it's not worth the engage, because better concave from his opponent. Just going to put a little bit of damage off and move backward, as these roaches take the Zelnaga tower. And pretty much just a little game of chicken happening over here, as both of these armies are moving around, ready to go. Do we have any Mutas coming down yet from LagsAlot? That's what I'm really worried about. Yes, we have 5 Mutas. Muta's going to start picking off these guys, which is always fun to see some Overlords go down to Muta play. There's really nothing better. Oh, and LagsAlot losing an Overlord, getting supply blocked. Gonna have to pick off a couple more Ovies with his Mutas. There's one over here, there's one back in this corner that he can take care of that would supply block his opponent and then give him back the advantage he needs, but instead these Mutas are just hanging out here, so he needs to work on that. We do have Enduring Locusts coming down from him as well, which means we're going to see some Infestors popping out just a minute as the Hive tech does start up. So that I figured the Infestation Pit was just for the Hive, but apparently it's an Infestation Pit for Infestors. What an awesome concept. Alright, so we do have these roaches standing over here holding the Zelnaga tower, waiting for their opponent to get over here. And if we look at this right now, the army supply is in favor of Hazelnut, but 1-1 against 2-2 upgrades is pretty significant, as we have, oh no, Swarm Hosts! Locusts are Swarm Hosts. I'm the dumbest. I'm sorry that I kept saying that. I know that. Locusts are the Swarm Host unit. I just kept saying Infestor because it's an Infestation Pit. Somebody tell me I'm the worst, because I deserve it. But anyway, we do have Swarm Hosts coming down as we got Mutas moving across to the other side of the map. These Mutas probably going to do, I wouldn't say a ton, but they're going to do something, as these roaches do find an engage. Oh, they should not have decided to engage that. LagsAlot is going to lose a lot of units onto this. He should not have decided to engage that. Oh, and he runs away just in time. He is going to be able to get out of the way here, as he is sitting on 4 bases and his opponent's on 3, so that's a good advantage. He needs to burrow these. No, God, oh no! Oh, and he needs to move these Mutas over here. He needs to engage LagsAlot, losing a ton of supply. The first round of Locusts does get out, but it's not going to be enough to overtake his army. Hazelnut taking a huge supply advantage, and LagsAlot probably going to have to throw a GG right here. Hazelnut has a huge army right now, going to be able to tear through these Swarm Hosts right now. You're going to leave LagsAlot with a lot to be desired. He does burrow one more swarm Host to see what he can do, but 2 Locusts is not going to kill an army. And this army is gargantuan. Oh. And as much as it breaks my heart, I think we're going to see a GG in a minute. And the GG from SerLagsAlot, getting another win for Team Rival Gaming. Alright, fun game. Fun to cast. Thanks to anybody who was here watching. Thanks to anybody who's watching it later. And I will see you guys whenever I get another.